keep ourselves amused and our enemies confused.
I don't even know why I use the boosters, like there's no speed bonus. Just to see like rockets at the back. Hello Bonikutsa and Rev. How's it going? Hello Chew. Could be SE14 day or not. Love it when you get 5 drops. 5 drops. I'm going in front.
That ought to leave a mark.
Need to improve the booster to be close to the BZ1. It's barely gonna improve anything, bro. At max, you get like what 12.5% extra top speed. It's not gonna make a difference because the tank already has like very good horsepower. It's not gonna make a difference. E3 is suiciding, okay. Exhausted. That's not how you play 5A. You should have been in the back there playing hold down. Not peeking out with his side. He just played bad. Real bad. I mean, I can try to shoot some HE in that guy. It'd be nice if this guy goes back before he dies. It's kind of dead though. They always stay until they lose all their HP and then they fall back. Pretty dumb if you ask me, but I guess nobody's asking me.
Ooh, that felt good. Do it again.
I forgot I got 400 heat. Hello, Nate Star. 400 heat, it's like something that's like underwhelming compared to the tier 10.
Smashing shot.
You'd think you'd have like a 400 plus, considering the tier 10 has the same. Nope. What are you guys doing, man? Aces, fucking morons. Why? I mean, it's so stupid, like, for 1 shot of damage on a tank, for 50 damage, he threw away all his HP entirely. His entire HP. Stop pushing, he can't win here, that's complete crossfire. Oh, we're gonna lose at this rate. And look at them throwing and throwing and throwing. And when they die, they're gonna be like, oh my god, noob team, no help. At least the Blackrock is farming like a boss. He definitely is. Blackrock farming like an absolute boss. Do you want me to shoot you?
Nicely done.
The Blackrock is trying to be Pepega. I love it.
The sharpshooters are on you.
I love it. Hadi bro, move, because I can kill him first. Move in pizda, mătii de inapt. Holy shit, Pepegas.
This is rather fun, isn't it?
He's going in front with an IS-7 that has no penta like Killer Type 5. Yeah. I could switch to a high explosive.
Now that was a thing of beauty.
Or I could not. Feels like the tank low rolls a lot. You guys notice that? It feels like it low rolls quite a lot. Interesting. I definitely feel like I'm low rolling a lot. Ooh.
You should have done a bit more.
Ooh. T10 Tibor. Huh? T10 din sau? What's up? I mean, it was a nice game. It was a nice game, Marino. We could use this, I guess, as a review, right? We could use this as a review. So basically, yeah. PTZ-78. I know mine is not upgraded, right? It's not upgraded. But the upgrades you get for this tank are not really going to make a big difference. You know, I looked through them. And the only one that's going to make a difference is the +1 gun depression, I guess. Right? That's pretty much that one, and maybe like to make the aiming circle smaller. A little bit aiming speed, you know? I know it's not upgraded, but looking at the upgrade, it's not really a tank that's going to get better with the upgrades. And these thrusters, to be honest, they are pretty much useless, right? You're going to get like 10% engine power. Basically just getting engine power, right? This thing already has like a lot of like engine power. You have a ton of like horsepower. So whenever you use the thrusters, you get like 12.5% top speed boost. You don't even feel it, like you don't feel it. Okay, I guess you could say that when you use the boosters, you can dance with the tank left and right and maybe not get flanked, sure, but that wouldn't really be a problem either way, right? Like I played the tier 10 Chinese TD and I never had issues with getting flanked, you know? You always like try to find some cover or something so nobody can circle you. What I'm trying to say is it's pretty underwhelming compared to the tier 10, right? Like tier per tier, the tier 10 is better. Armor-wise, this thing only gets like 10 more armor in the upper plate, you know? Like, if I put it at the best angle, you know, possible, like 320, whatever, and if I put the tier 10 like this, it's going to be like 300, 310. The downside is this thing has a pretty flat mantlet side. See, like 340, and you're gonna get penned with gold ammo here. On the tier 10, the mantlet is just spaced armor. It's very hard to pin that, so armor-wise, the tier 10 is better tier per tier. Another disappointing thing is this thing only gets... is there an upgrade for 10 damage? Yeah. This thing with the upgrades is only gonna have 770 alpha damage. Disappointing. Right? It's gonna be disappointing. Compared to the tier 10 750, like only 20 increase, like, you know, going up one tier, 20 extra increase. Gun handling wise, it feels just like the tier 10, you know. I think the only difference this thing is, this tank feels a bit more mobile, a little bit more lively, probably because it has a lot of horsepower. But tier per tier, I would say the tier 10 is just downright better, right? The armor's model is better because like the tier 10 has like the more flat, it's like, it's all just one angle, you know? And this one, if somebody comes above you, they can just shoot the upper plate, so... Yeah, like it just doesn't feel like a tier 11. The rocket boosters are pretty useless for the most part. If the rocket boosters would give speed boost like it does on the heavies, sure, no problem. I would find a use for them, right? And I think that's what they need to do, maybe. Also, they need to buff the penetration, they need to buff the alpha, because like this is just kind of like the tier 10 penetration, right? It's disappointing seeing like kind of the same, like on the tier 10. It just doesn't feel like you're going one tier higher. So basically the only thing this thing does better is it accelerates a little bit faster, you know? And it turns like faster left-right compared to the tier 10. But that doesn't help it because it meets like very tough opponents at tier 11, so... This is just another case like the Leopard 120, like the Hershey tank. The tier 11 tank is just not as good tier per tier like the tier 10. So I would definitely say this thing needs some buffs. It certainly needs some buffs. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad tank to play, no? It's kind of like playing the tier 10 at tier 11. It's not bad. But it doesn't feel like a tier 11 either, so... The tank definitely could use some buffs.